Well, got 8 minutes of basketball left here. Mascoma and Kearsarge. Jim Rivers with you, along with Happy Jack Karen. This YCN game of the week. Final regular season game of the year for both of these teams.
Well, let's see what Mascoma can put together for a final 8 minutes, Jim.
Well, the team put 64 up on them back on January 28th, so they've done well.
Yeah.
They just have not been able to put the ball in the hoop themselves. Open shot goes down for Kleckner. 6 points of the night for the junior.
And you see the way the Cougars pass the ball. They find the open player. They take the good shots. That's what you need to do when you get to the tournament.
Riley Mansour picking up her second foul of the night. Yeah, the Cougars will get a bit of a break, and then it'll be off to the playoffs.
Come do it!
Of course, you go into the playoffs and you win a play-in game, and then you're looking down the barrel of Conant or Guilford or Pelham in the next round.
Yeah.
That Conant program is amazing in both boys and girls, what they've done down in Jaffrey.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And in recent years in softball as well. Kearsarge forces the shot. She'll shoot two. I think she knew she was going to be fouled, so she threw it up. It's going to be on Kayla Hammond, her second. Kearsarge shooting two. She's 2 of 3 tonight from the line.
Yeah, you're right. That was a great play. Knowing that she was going to get fouled, she gave it an attempt and take the 2 shots.
And young lady's just a junior, so she will be back. Seniors on this team, Lily Hunt, Sydney Bright, who could not play tonight, Maggie Stockwell, Eleanor Angus, Brianna Sullivan, and Jenna McCarthy are all seniors. And for Mascoma, only a couple, Dakota Richardson and Elena Pringle. Pringle saw a lot of action here tonight. Those are the only 2 seniors, so a lot of young kids got a lot of action here, Jack, for Mascoma, and they'll be back.
And that is a bright spot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Take the 0-17. Take that right out of the equation. You have young females that are gaining confidence and going into next year. Hey, let's see what kind of season they can have.
Pressure it! Double!
Yeah, I mean, you would wonder why Kearsarge is throwing so much pressure up there, being so far ahead, and I think the answer is quite simple.
Let's go!
They're practicing. Coach Roberts is trying some things heading into the playoffs, where they're going to need some pressure. They're going to need some full court pressure against the better teams. What better time to practice it than right now?
Well, and you and I both know this is live competition.
Right.
Okay, you can't split your team in half and have something like this with the girls going against their teammates. So it's a great time to get his team prepared for the playoffs.
Yep. Mascoma looking for their first basket of the final period. And Elizabeth Pelton, the 5'9" freshman, checking into the game.
Let's go! Look up! Good job. Hey, possession! Possession! Press break!
Don't forget to tune in every week for the River Valley and Kearsarge Chronicles, the Who, What, Where, When shows of our region. And it premieres at 7:30 every Tuesday and Thursday night right here on YCN, your local view. Mascoma wants to take a timeout. Let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Stay tuned for more game action. We have served up a nice bowl of chicken salad here tonight. Huh?
We really have.
6 minutes and 25 seconds left in this, the final regular season game for Mascoma and Kearsarge. Quickly moving the ball around.
You know, that's great passing
Jenna
right there.
McCarthy.
That is great passing. You know, she gives up the ball to a wide open teammate for a nice easy layup. That's great passing.
First bucket of the night for Jenna, the senior, one of the seniors on this team, playing in her last, what could be her last game on this court, depending upon what they do in the playoffs. Justine Martin drops in a 3. And a takeaway by Pringle. That'll be on Eleanor Angus. That is her 3rd of the night. Pringle 1 for 2 from the line. And this young lady is playing in her final game for Mascoma as a senior. "5'4" guard. Got quite a crowd here tonight, too, for senior night. I'm sure they are going to hang around for the boys' varsity game.
Yeah, you know, the turnout, you love to see, you know, the students come out and support their teams. And, you know, hopefully it's not just because it's senior night. They do it on a regular basis.
Angus on the steal, and Martin comes right back and takes it back, moving it up quickly. Justine, one of the young juniors that will be back next year. A little bit of a weave. Martin, right side. Right away by Stockwell.
Come get it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Attack.
So what I think we're looking here for Coach Roberts, you know, he's got a couple of starters. He's got, you know, a couple of the bench players, you know, trying to get some different combinations. You know, who knows? Foul trouble.
That's right.
A lot of things can happen. So how can these 5 play together? You know what I mean?
And we're going to go back the other way. Cougars dropping back on their defense, foregoing the full court pressure that we saw a few minutes ago. Justine Martin, just a junior. She'll be back. Good ball handler.
See, this is another defense that he really didn't show that much in the first half. It's kind of a matchup defense on the guards, and keeping his bigger players in to box out and to get rebounds.
Hey, right now, Mascoma has 1 senior on the floor. All of these other young ladies will be back. Debbie Crashaw picks up the foul. It's her first. And again, Coach Roberts making some changes here. Logan Huntoon into the game.
I don't even think we don't even have one of the starters still out there, do we, Jim? Not that I see.
For
Kearsarge.
Yeah, Huntoon started.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
Alyssa Hammond is now 5 of 5 from the line.
Well, don't foul her.
Brianna Sullivan is out there. She started. Caitlin Prescott, a sophomore, is out there for Kearsarge. And Maggie Stockwell, who started. So we're just about at the halfway portion of this final period of basketball, and the timeout taken by Coach Roberts. Let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Stay tuned for more game action. Well, Jack, winding down on this one, 38-22, and it's clear that Kearsarge is trying to do some things before the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely right, Jim. You know, you got to love the way Coach Roberts is putting different players in different positions, because who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in the playoffs?
You know, and you look at Conant at the top of the heap. Kearsarge played Conant, lost to them 57-39 way back in December on the road. So, you know, they've improved to the point where you never know. They probably can play with anybody.
And the other big thing, Jim, when let's face it, these are kids. And, you know, how are they playing now as opposed to when they were playing, or, you know, the routine, injuries, stuff like that.
I think they're going to call the foul on Mansour, Rayleigh Mansour. That's your third. Yeah, and it cranks up a notch a little bit, too, when you're in the playoffs, too. Tournament time, somebody going home. I'm going to try and see if we can grab a quick minute with Coach Roberts at the end of this one. See what his thoughts are as they get ready for the playoffs. Okay, this Mascoma team's not giving up, Jack.
No, they're playing. They're going to play. They're going to play strong defense right till the final gun.
Caitlin Prescott called for her third foul.
You know, Jim, that's a tribute to Coach Billings. You know, they're down by 16. There's only 3.5 minutes left.
Last game of the year.
And they're still playing hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, both coaches tonight. You know, one has a sizable lead, but the other, you know what? He's getting everyone in, and he's trying to do the same thing, only on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Alyssa Hammond and Elena Pringle in the backcourt for Mascoma in the final couple of minutes here. Good job of getting that ball out of the crowd. Just not getting the ball to drop tonight much.
Swim for the senior. Maggie and Lily. This is senior.
Mascoma's only got 6 field goals tonight.
I think Coach Roberts is pulling out his seniors now, Jim. That's the way it looks from here.
You know, it could be the last time they come off this court if they play. They end up playing on the road in the playoffs. So it's a nice gesture to call them out like that. Kearsarge has had a strong program here, dating back to the years of Ed Tenney. Marty Brown on the boys' side. Hansen.
You know, while we're winding down this game, Jim, I want to give credit to both referees.
Of course you do.
Brian Moulton.
Of course you do.
And Tim Danfone, two of my brother.
It's Daphne.
Okay. Two of my brother officials have done a great job in this game today.
Now we've got wholesale changes here. Everybody getting into the action with 2 minutes to go in this one. You know, it's 16 points. You know, a team that put 64 up on you. And they're still firing up shots out there. All right, Brianna Sullivan coming back in. Kleckner coming back in. Stockwell.
You know, I love the way coaches find ways to thank their seniors. You know what I mean? That's what Coach is doing right now. Coach is saying, you know what? Thank you for 4 great years.
Yep. And hopefully at least 2 or 3 more games.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's going to be on Eleanor Angus. That'll be her fourth. Minute 19 to go in this one. Hope you've enjoyed it. You're going to hang around, check your schedule for when the boys play. We'll have that for you as well.
What?
They all wanted that to go in.
Yeah, they did.
McCarthy.
Yeah, they did.
Kayla Hammond picks up her third foul. That will send Jenna McCarthy to the line. She has 2 points on the night, her first trip to the free throw line.
I don't know if we got a shot of it, but the entire bench stood up to see that shot. You know, the whole Kearsarge bench.
Well, she's a senior, potentially playing in her last game on this court. So she got a bucket earlier. Let's see if she can tack on a point here. That looked good when it left. So we're down near a minute here on our game of the week. And as I say, we're going to see if we can maybe grab a quick minute with Coach Roberts. That's going to be on Dakota Richardson. Not a lot of points in this game, in this period. Kearsarge with 6, Mascoma Valley with 4.
You take that second quarter out, Jim.
Yeah.
This is a close game.
Absolutely. On 2 now for 3 from the line. Final minute, and he's still trying to get everybody back in here. That is 2 for Dakota Richardson. Her first bucket of the night.
Well, I think this is the senior swan song here, Jim.
Yep.
Yep. I'll tell you, that's a classy way to say goodbye to your seniors.
Yep. You probably remember your last game as a senior. They had candles on the wall instead of lights. What was it, oil lamps? And a peach basket? Final 20 seconds.
All right, let's see if...
Now it's been all even, six points apiece in this period. 1.4 seconds to go. We're going to have a final shot from the line.
Who do we have? We have...
Taylor Albright.
Sydney Thompson at the line. And she's a sophomore. There you go.
That gives them 7 points in this period. So they have outscored Kearsarge in this period 7-6.
Well, they won the quarter.
They did.
They did.
40-25 is the final. And our HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil turning up the Heat player of the game is Debbie Krashar with the only player tonight with double figures at 10 points. So 40-25 is your final. Let's take this TV time out. You're watching the YC Game of the Week. Stay tuned. More game action and maybe a chat with the coach. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Jack Karen here with Coach Keith Roberts. Keith, congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you so much. We played hard. We finished out the season on a positive note. We finished 5-2 in our last 7, so we got some momentum going for the tournament. So we hope to get something going here at home. on Tuesday night. So we'll see what we can do.
You know, how about the slow start? It was only 7-5 in the first quarter. Any concerns at all?
You know, it's kind of how we've been playing lately. You know, we've been struggling at times, but we came together like we always do, and you know, we started to move the ball better in the second quarter, and you know, we moved it really well and got some really good looks, and we started to make some shots. So it was a good thing.
Yeah, your second quarter was really strong, Coach. You know, the girls showed their athleticism. I know you handled this team once before this year, but you know, Mascoma, I give them credit. They came out and they fought.
Hey, Mascoma, coaching staff and I talk about it. I don't know how they didn't win a game. They had an unbelievable tough group of kids, and the coaching staff is doing a great job. I mean, they played 17 of their 18 games against tournament teams. So, you know, he's got a good JV program coming along, so they keep playing like they are. They're going to be successful in the future.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time you took with me, and best of luck in the state tournament.
Thank you. I just like to say it's these young ladies here that did everything. Their hard work this season, and we missed one person tonight, and that was Sid Brake. Super part of our program, and we missed her, but she'll be back for the tournament. So thank you guys for coming, and we appreciate it.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Back to Jim Rivers.
All right, thank you, Jack, and thank you to Coach Roberts, and good luck to the young ladies in the upcoming playoffs. That is going to do it for us from Kearsarge as they defeated Mascoma Valley 40-25. For Jack, this is Jim Rivers saying good night from Kearsarge Regional High School.